I'm Gary Martin, one of the PGA pros from Huddersfield Golf Club, and today I just wanted to check in with you really. So it's been sort of 3 weeks since I set up the channel. I'm very fortunate to have all you guys subscribe. I appreciate that. Again, being on James's channel a few times, being a bit of a familiar face has really helped me, and I do feel fortunate and really do thank you for your support and all your sort of really nice feedback that you've been giving me in the comments and stuff like that. But I wanted to do this little video because it was something that a few of my close friends had said to me, and they talked about, obviously so far I've not really done much of the club sort of things, like club comparisons and that is the kind of stuff that I'm so looking forward to doing. So I just want you to sort of appreciate that that's where we're going to get to. You know how much I love clubs, obviously, from being on James' channel. I'm always kind of keen to sort of look what's coming out and compare and that kind of stuff. So that's the juicy stuff, and that's where we're going, obviously, eventually. And some of the topics we've done so far, might not be to your cup of tea. There might be a lot, different to what you're expecting. But yeah, stick with it. We are going to get to the juicy stuff. There's no doubt about it. But it is difficult in lockdown. Obviously, I'm limited to what I can, when I can use a studio. Limited to actually what we've got. A lot of our, orders and stuff are on back order and haven't even arrived yet. The new stock. So I am limited, but believe me, when we come out of lockdown, there's going to be some exciting stuff. And just to give you a few ideas, things I've been thinking about is that I want to try and get behind the scenes with this channel a little bit, as far as, I've got quite good contacts down at the big, the manufacturers like Callaway and TaylorMade and Ping, and I'd like to get into factories for some sort of tours around factory and bring that sort of side of things to you. Also, research and development side of things, looking at what they're sort of looking to improve, so getting that little bit of a leg up on what might be coming next year and that kind of thing. Obviously won't be able to show you everything, but as much as we can. And, doing stuff like maybe interviewing tour caddies and, what life's like on tour. So there's loads of exciting ideas I've got. But I just wanted to reassure you that, the club side of things is coming. I am going to be doing that, but I will sort of still carry on trying to do subjects and things like that that don't come up every day on YouTube, even if it's not to everyone's taste. I know the junior one I've just done with Tom, it's such a small market, there's only going to be sort of parents maybe and coaches that are interested in that kind of stuff. So I know not everything's going to sort of suit everyone, but I am keen to sort of go a little bit outside box, even if it means that I don't get as many viewings on some of the things that I post. I do want to try and be original and keep it a little bit different. So yeah, just on a final note, thanks for following. You don't know how much this has done for me on a personal level, and I'm not gonna go into too much depth about that, but I'm gonna just finish by saying, like, obviously with these next few weeks before we come out of lockdown, there's nothing better than having something to get up for in the morning and looking forward to doing, and it's really given me a purpose. And I'm not sort of looking at sort of calendar thinking, I've got another 30 days before I come out of lockdown. I'm looking at calendar thinking, wow, I've got 30 days of filming and editing before we come out. Where could I be in 30 days time? It's so exciting. So I wouldn't have that if it weren't for you guys, and obviously James' help as well, and he knows, I've told him how much I appreciate that, and on a personal level, absolutely fantastic, and I'll tell you another thing, I'm not going to blab it much longer, but Julian, who's doing the Rules with Jules, the little series we've got on a Sunday, it's really helping him personally as well. I don't want to get deep, but you won't believe how good this channel is just for how it's making us feel, because we've got something to do every Sunday now. Them weekends for Julian, he works at home all weekend. He works from home all week, so it's been great for him, getting out, because he's not, as he packed golfing sort of 7 years ago, if you've been watching the series, through a back injury. So it's given him like good reason to get out on a golf course and bring some of them memories back, and just get involved with game. I mean, he loves the game still. He watches the game. One of the things you probably weren't aware of is he used to actually be a coach as well. He used to be a golf coach, so he did the EGTF. So I'm blabbing again, aren't I? But yeah, no. On a personal note, it's really been fantastic for me. Julian's loving it as well. So, and that just to finish that Sunday series we've got going is going to turn out to be a real laugh. If you've not watched it yet, it's very informative. So you're going to learn a lot about the rules. It's very interactive as well, and that's what we're loving about it. Because each week, if you've watched the rules with Jules, we talk about a rule, but then you don't understand how much depth you can go in with that rule. Obviously, through the channel we can introduce a rule, but then there's always 2 or 3 questions about that rule to further extend it. So if we were to sort of go for every single point about that one rule in a video, you'd get bored and you'd lose interest and you'd forget half of it. So I feel like it's great because we're introducing a rule, and then the week after we're adding a little bit more, and then possibly the week after we add a little bit more, and I think that's a great way to learn, rather than having all the information in one. It's like when you go for a golf lesson, you just want 1 or 2 points, and then we add another couple of points in week after. So I think that's a really interactive channel, or a really interactive series that we're really enjoying doing. And if you haven't watched it yet, get involved. And we're going to push we feel like we're pushing the boundaries a little bit with how much we're having a laugh over these next couple. So the series 3 that's coming out Sunday and the series 4 that's coming out the week after, we feel like we've got a few ideas that could push the boundaries with, we'll still be informative, but it'll also be quite funny along the way. But we don't want to make it too funny that you don't feel that it's informative. So let us know if we're getting the balance right or not. We want your feedback on that. We don't want it to become a comedy show, obviously. We want it to be informative, but at the same time, we appreciate, there's a market of golfers out there that don't, they've got enough serious stuff going on in their life at the minute, and if they're going to watch something to do with rules on a Sunday, it needs to be fun and exciting, to kind of keep you engaged and interested. So that's the kind of direction we're going in, and I'm hoping we're going in the right direction. If we're going that, keeping it just rules and boring, then we're no better than R&A Book, are we? So we're hoping we've got something going with that, and yeah, I'm not going to keep you any longer, but again, thanks for your support, and and keep tuned in.